interviews with fascinating people, and you are going to watch a very interesting interview today. Now, have you ever wondered what happens to all the stuff? You know, that mountain of stuff that we buy, the mountain of stuff we accumulate, and the mountain of stuff that we throw away. Well, that challenge is just as true of businesses. Businesses generate a huge amount of waste. And we all know what the effect of that waste accumulating on the planet has been and will be if we don't do something about it. Well, today, I am honored to be joined by someone who's made her life's mission about doing something about that waste, but not only just the usual things of recycling and making sure it's disposed of, but turning waste into beauty, turning waste into meaning, turning waste into things that will stay in people's houses for years to come, and not just because they don't tidy up after themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to welcome live onto our stream Agata Frankiewicz, who is the founder, owner, chief number one boss of Dececo. Hello, Agata.
Hello.
Did you like my introduction?
Yes. It was really nice. Thank you.
I only practiced that 500 times today, so
you're a professionalist.
Well, and I hope you like talking about waste and all the things, amazing things you've done with waste. Let's just give our viewers a little introduction to Dececo. What is it all about in a nutshell? The 60-second lift cell.
Okay, I will do my best in 60 seconds. So Dececo is an upcycling marketplace, which is totally changing the way of thinking about waste, because we are treating waste as the most precious material of 21st century. And we are, on our marketplace, we are gathering a lot of upcycling designers and product developers who are turning waste into beautiful, well-designed consumer products. And most of all, we also connect them with companies who are having waste and want to do something innovative with the waste. And this is all happening on our marketplace.
So let's just get a sense of the scale. How much waste is being accumulated by these corporations that we don't even see? You've worked for corporations in the past. I mean, we're talking about millions of tons. Is it more than that?
Yeah, these are tons and tons and tons of different kinds of waste. And you need to know that only 30 or 40% of all the waste streams in the world currently have a recycling method. So there is a huge, area of the innovation that needs to be done in order to deal with the waste. So very interesting.
Angela's watching from the United States, so let us know where you're watching, guys, now if you have a question for Agata. So the first thing that struck my mind when I found out about your mission, because it is a mission, isn't it, Agata, everything you do. The last 6 years you've been running Dececo, am I right? Six and a bit years. I'm just amazed that it's 2020 and the staggering number of companies that don't recycle their waste or just do anything with their waste. So where does that waste, where would it go? To domestic waste disposal? I'm presuming some of it ends up in the wrong place, like the seas, the oceans, poor countries and things like that.
Yes, this is actually not only the area of the global corporations or the company, but also the area and responsibility of the consumers, of every one of us, because even like the companies are producing waste, but the waste mostly comes to consumers, and then from consumers needs to come to the appropriate places. So the problem of the waste is very, very complex, and it needs very like a very wide collaboration. And this is what we are doing in the marketplace, that we're trying to involve in the circular movement. We want to involve not only companies, but also designers, innovative thinking, plus consumers. So normally, that the waste goes to the recycling companies, but not every kind of waste.
And of course, this means that what you're doing is you're getting in touch and helping build a kind of Etsy for creators who make stuff from stuff, which probably isn't the best way to sell it, but talented artists, visionary sculptors, and people making beautiful things out of simple household waste and production waste.
I lost you a bit.
Okay, we're still here, Agata. So what you're doing is someone said, "Talk to me in plastic," said Isabella, which I'm not entirely sure what that means, but keep your comments coming on, guys. So you're literally, what you're doing is you're helping build essentially an Etsy of creators, artists, people who make something beautiful from cardboard and plastic and all the things that we would typically throw away and never think of again.
Exactly. What we do is, like, first of all, the first step is gathering all of these creative minds who are doing amazing things from from the waste materials or used products or old collections of products. And this is, like you said, like everything. For example, our designers are turning mobile phones into beautiful jewelry, or they're doing a beautiful products from paper, from cardboards, from all, actually from everything. Yes. My first inspiration, for example, came from Cambodia, where I found a brand which was making touristic gifts from the cement bags, like bags from, like with cement. Yes. So this is amazing how this creativity is all around world. So we are gathering these people, and we want to show these products of these people. We want to sell these products as an alternative products for mass production, but also we are trying to connect them with companies to develop this market actually. So the companies like global corporations like IKEA, McDonald's, and other companies that we are working with are accelerating a bit this movement, because when they are cooperating with our designers, they are investing, yes, in the products. They are looking for new solutions, so helping with growing the market also.
I'm assuming those companies, not only apart from the fact they get some nice CSR and reputational benefit, also presumably have cost savings there with their recycling.
Yes, however, it's still hard to convince the companies that, because the cost savings are not that obvious and they are not immediate. Yes, so first you need to invest. First, you need to invest the budget in creating, for example, a new product line of upcycling products. Yes. But when you compare, as you said, to the cost of recycling, that instead of paying to recycling company, you pay to designer, but you have corporate gifts. So instead of buying corporate gifts in China or somewhere else, you have so then it comes the calculations. Okay, so maybe I had to invest a bit more because these products are a bit more expensive than the regular ones. However, it will pay off, yes, in different kinds of business. So it's not that easy to put this aspect at first, but that's true that it's also saving costs.
We have a couple of comments here. Amazing work. Only lazy people don't recycle, from Marlena. And I guess we can all agree with that, really. But clearly, as you've said, this is a big challenge for corporations. And then another comment here. How can I help with my plastic bottles that I'm storing? I guess, Agata, is there something that individual consumers can learn from what you do at Dececo?
Yes, so actually we have such a plan because currently it's like that when you get to the marketplace, you can not only buy the products, upcycling products made by designers. So this is one thing that you can introduce your piece, into this more circular world, that you just go to the marketplace and you're just buying these products. Instead of new stuff, you are buying beautiful products but made from the waste. So thanks to that, these designers are making upcycling more and more waste. So this is the first thing you can do. But the second one is that for now, these are only businesses who can upload those waste, who can give this waste to the chosen designers, who can create a challenge on the marketplace and create a new collection of products. But in the future, we are actually thinking about also a possibility of organizing waste collection by consumers. So let's say you go to the marketplace, you see, okay, I have shampoo bottles and I'm gonna organize a collection action with my neighborhood, with my friends. I'm sending via social media information about, okay, we are collecting these products. Once we're gonna have this and this, we can upload it to the website. So these are some plans for the future. For now, I'm just would be great if you're gonna choose upcycling products more than regular products. Yes.
Well, I think that's a good answer to you there, Isabella, about what you can do. Sounds like some exciting things coming through personally. So, guys, I'm just going to give you a little news alert. I've started going collecting rubbish with my daughter. We've got these two picker-uppers, we call them in English, kijówka do śmieci in Polish or something like that, normally for events. And we go around, and it's the funnest game ever. My daughter's 4 years old. She thinks it's the best fun ever. It's the cheapest day out. And now I realize that thanks to Agata, I could actually be helping those people in the future with creators. So there's no lack of waste. What about the level of interest from corporations? You've talked in other interviews, I think is really interesting, about the general level of consciousness amongst corporations in Poland compared to such places like Holland, which, as I understand, is really good on the circular economy, which is the sense of let nothing go to waste. What is Poland like? What are Polish corporations like? And you can be honest and safe with us, Agata.
If you would ask me this question 3 years ago when I was starting cooperating with global corporations, I would be very skeptic, and I would say a lot of rather bad things, and it's really hard. We need to convince people, they don't understand what upcycling is. And it was like this 3 years when we were starting, reaching the first clients, and our first clients were McDonald's and IKEA. Of course, they understood the circular movement, and they were doing a lot within this, but they didn't understand upcycling. And they didn't see actually this cost effectiveness that you see now, and they are seeing now, because they will say, okay, but I need to have a quite huge budget. Why don't I buy the regular normal corporate gifts? So it was quite hard, but now I can observe a really big interest during the corporate clients, especially during 2019. It started. Before, we had to really actively sell these products. There was no one written who was interested in this movement. But from the last year, it's more and more companies who are reaching to us directly. There is a lot of PR around our company. And we are doing more and more in terms of the products, because before, only sustainability managers wanted to introduce these projects. Now this is the marketing departments who see the value in this, and this is employees of the big corporations understand more and more these products. So it's getting really better. It's really, really getting better.
Do you think that's because there's the whole thing around single-use plastics, the EU directives, the videos of sea animals, the plastics, the waste, plastic birds?
Exactly. Of course, European regulations is something that motivates mostly corporate clients. Yes. So from one side, the companies they have goals, and they just need to meet goals, and that's it. But on the same time, there is a huge discussion about the plastic in the oceans. And this is finally something that opens eyes to consumers. So when these forces comes together, we can finally observe some effects, because consumers understand this. Clients see, companies see that there is a market for that consumers actually are expecting from the companies, from those brands, to act in this field. So a lot is happening also in upcycling of plastic. Actually, we are having a lot of projects connected with upcycling of bigger amounts of plastic, and there is so many amazing, innovative companies all around Europe who are doing upcycling of plastic. I could talk about this.
You're literally stopping yourself from we like those kind of short answers. Let's talk about the creators then. Do you have a favorite product at the moment? So guys, you can go onto the Dececo website. I put it up a little while ago, and they've got all these cool things. There's a lot of moss. There's a lot of cool little pendants and stuff. They're really cleverly thought out, cleverly designed, and lots of great Polish products as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I love actually this. You're saying about the pendants. I love the jewellery made from electronic waste. This is amazing.
Yeah.
We have a few. Actually, one of the designer which is doing this, she's from Poland, and she's amazing. We are working with her from last few years already. She's making really beautiful small pieces of art from from the watches, for example. But also we were making a project for Orange and T-Mobile. Companies in Poland, that we're turning the internal parts of mobile phones into this jewelry. So this is really amazing products. And actually, we also introduced them to Dutch market, because we are now launching our marketplace in Netherlands. Actually, they are these ones. People mostly buy and ask about these products. So I really love them.
So here we are. We've got the pendant between us now, Agata. I'm playing around with the settings here. Yeah, so these are one-off pieces. I mean, how many pieces can they make? Presumably there's more waste than there are designers. So it's probably harder for you to find artists than it is to find waste.
It's okay. These designers who are doing from many years these products, they have their own, places where they are finding and looking for waste. But it's of course not easy, because there's even no regulation in Poland for upcycling. You can recycle, for example, electronic waste, but you cannot upcycle this. So there's a lot of obstacles. That's why actually we are introducing a new functionality on the marketplace, that the companies can upload waste streams. So for example, we want Orange or another company to upload the electronic waste they have, that such designers can just pick it up and make such amazing products. It's not that easy. However, all of these designers have their own methods where to find these products, and very often they are gathering from their neighbors, family, like closest circle.
Well, I see there's a lot of products made from glass there, and if you could see my used wine bottle collection ever since the lockdown has begun, you could probably make quite a lot of products just out of the Ney family household. So, Agata, time is moving on. I do want to give you some softy lifestyle questions, like I promised I'd do at the start, which I forgot, which I didn't tell you about secretly as a little surprise.
Okay.
If you had to be stuck in a room with one other Polish person, so stuck in a room with one other Polish person, living or dead, who would it be?
Stuck in the room with a Polish person, but it should be like from business or like whatever.
You have to pick one person, living or dead, that you have to be stuck, like locked in a room with. So you better make sure a wise choice.
Hopefully, I think I would count on somebody. I would choose somebody from like business area, like super, somebody that I could like talk about my business and like a mentor, somebody who could like advise me with the business or something maybe. Probably it would be like somebody from maybe from like huge investors who really know, I don't know, the marketplace. Because if I have so much time, I would like to use it somehow wisely. But also, but I'm also thinking about some idols. Like for example, I love Katarzyna Nosowska, which is a great singer, and I love her from I was a child. So it would be great also to get stuck with her. Oh my God, I would love to talk with her for the whole day. Or maybe like this futuristic author of the books, Dukaj. He's so smart, probably, like just stuck and listen to what he's talking about.
I've heard about those books. They scare me a little bit.
But he's so smart. I've seen him a couple of times, like on some talking about the future, how he sees future, and this is amazing. So yeah, maybe such people. Yeah.
Okay, good. 3 people. There's only one, but I'll give you that. And if you were Queen of Poland, what one thing would you change?
Only one?
Yeah.
This is a very hard question. If I need to choose one thing, what I would change, one thing in Poland.
And guys, you can think of your own answers and write them in the comments now. We'll give Agata, I'm just giving her like 5 seconds extra time to think about her.
I think I would do something with like in our field, yes. So like make some new legislation connected with legalizing upcycling, like very easily, yes, because there's no like you need to have a lot of certification and so on. So I would like to give a free hand legally for upcyclers, for sure, for sure, something like that. And maybe something more about like, oh, okay, this is another one.
I see. So you like options. That's good. I like it. Okay. One place in Poland that you haven't been to yet that you really should, and please don't say Szczecin, because the most common answer is Szczecin, which makes me embarrassed for people from Szczecin.
I've been to Szczecin. Yeah, I think lately I fall in love with the mountains. I'm going I'm really going very often to some mountain excursions and so on. So maybe it would be some, I don't know, highest peak in the mountains that I would like to be there to be enough. Or yeah, so maybe like the mountains. Or I also love Mazury region, and it's so far away from Poland, from Krakow, so where I live. So there's a lot of places in Mazury that I would love to see, but I cannot think now about any like a special
one special place. That's fine. And then finishing this quick round, favorite Polish food.
Favorite Polish food. Favorite Polish food. I love pierogi, actually.
What type?
ruskie, like the typical Polish Russian pierogi. Yes.
Very good. Boiled or fried?
Bold, yeah, but with the butter on it.
Oh yeah, so good. And with the little
Yeah.
it's kind of food time, guys. What can I say? Agata, we've got a few more moments, so I want to talk to you about your personal journey. You started Dececo having worked for a bunch of corporations, and you've been honest. We're friends here. It's just you and thousands of viewers online. You talked about working for companies which maybe weren't necessarily creating good in the world, and did that inspire you to create Dececo and do something where you're quite literally turning waste into beauty?
So the question is, what inspired me? Yes.
Yeah, and whether it was connected to the corporations you've been working in before.
Yeah. So I could say that yeah, that's true. That I was working for many years for different kinds of corporates, from advertising agencies. I was doing a lot of brand strategies, campaigns, advertising campaigns for big corporations, and I've seen that that it's not 100% like correct with like my inner me, because a lot of products that we were actually promoting were not that good for the environment, not that good for the society, not that good for the health. So this was the first things that made me think that something is wrong with this world, and maybe I'm not sure if I want to be a part of like creating this world. And then I started to travel in Asia. I used to travel a lot in Asia, and I've seen that there is a completely different alternative, we could say, way of living, not that consumers oriented. At least 8 years ago, it was like that. It's changing there also very quickly. So actually, I got my first inspirations on that we need to do something more than just work and buy, work and buy, work and buy. We just need to be a little bit more cautious. We are just sitting in front of the computers, but there is the whole, the nature around us, the forest around us, and we are like destroying this. So this was like I don't know, like Mother Nature talked to me and said, "Hey, don't sell products that you're not believing in, and just start to do something right." Yes.
Now, there are a lot of people, I know some of them at least, working in corporations who would dream about going on the journey you've taken, for better or worse, because I'm sure there've been many difficult days, conversations, tough tasks, challenges, and probably moments where you thought, ugh, I wish I was back in the job with a umowa praca and everything was so much easier. What would you say to someone who was stuck in we don't have to say corporation, it can just be a job where they don't feel like they're fulfilling their true potential, giving to the world? What would you say to that person with thinking about the journey you've been on?
You mean the person who is thinking about doing something?
Yeah,
yes,
maybe a little scared because there's security working for someone else. It's easier, definitely. Maybe thinking that they have some potential in themselves to help the world, possibly a little afraid that they don't know how it's going to turn out, and they're worried start a business, but where could it go? The usual fears you have. If you go back even 6 or so years ago to where you were before you started this remarkable journey.
Yeah, actually, I quitted my job like from the day 1 to day 2, and it was like very quickly. But I'm such a person that I'm doer. I like to act very quickly, and I'm such a person. But what I would say like, just do it, because of course it's scary. Of course, like I'm still scared about the fact that okay, what's gonna happen if we will not survive during Corona crisis? What's gonna happen if I will not afford for the employees? I've got 2 children. It's like, of course, I'm scared all the time. I'm not like having lots of security, but this is the entrepreneur life. So if you really feel that you don't fit to this box in which you are like working for a corporate, and you're really feeling from inside that you would like to do something, and you have idea, because you need to have some idea. Yes, you need to have some some real alternative, just do it, because you will not feel safe anymore, because being entrepreneur is ups and downs constantly, and this is not only successes. This is great that we are talking right now. I love it. This is great that I'm in Forbes and Forbes Woman and so on, but it's not like about that every day. Every day is like failure, and fear. But it gives you so much satisfaction at the end of the day that you're doing something that you can, that you really believe in. Yes. So just do it, and you're gonna be scared and accept it. Yes. But if you want to do something, you just need to start, because you have just one life. And
Oh man, I don't know about you, but I quite like to work for Agata. I'm probably going to put it this way. She sounds like the awesome, but just do it. Just do it. Agata, you've got 2 daughters?
Yes.
How do you explain to them the subject of waste and what you're doing?
I don't need to explain to children. Actually, the children can explain it to us. This is amazing. But children, that actually people, any human people don't like wasting. Yes, and this is natural in us. And children is like that they don't like throwing away anything which is colorful. So for example, for my daughters, especially the older one, Maya, which is 9 right now, she for example, she's feeling bad when she need to throw away a plastic bottle, for example, or shampoo bottle, because mom, we can do something out of this, we can make a mobile, something of that. So this is natural among them, and also she sometimes I'm showing her the marketplace, the products. She goes sometimes to the office where she see all of these products, and she understands this completely. For her, it's like normal that there is so many waste, and we can do something with waste. She's creative, and she treats this as a really nice fun. Yes, so.
I think we're definitely getting to the point, Agata, where we can again conclude that this is the kind of thing that should have been done many decades ago. And probably there's quite a lot that adults could learn from children. If only we had the wisdom of children, the world would be a nicer, happier and healthier place.
Have a look at Greta Thunberg.
So you guys, you can go on to www.decoeco.com. It's been listed by Forbes as one of the 60 most promising, most exciting companies. You mentioned Forbes. You yourself were listed as one of the most exciting, boldest women entrepreneurs by Wysokie Obczasy recently as well, Agata. So yeah, it just seems like so many prizes and wonderful things. But I also know you've had a long day with lots of meetings as well. So although I have another 25 or so business questions, we're going to slowly have to bring this to an end. I love the cufflinks, and I can assure you that I've already sent a link to one of the cufflinks to my wife for my birthday, which is coming up in June. So feel free to send me something later on. Agata, any last words? I've got the www.decoeco website up on there. Any last words for our viewers, for people around the world, with regards to what you do?
Last words, yes. So yeah, like just I would love you guys to go to the website and to see how many amazing things may be done from waste, and help us to upcycle the world together. Yes.
Awesome.
By things, sharing things, doing things out of the things we have already.
Guys, this is what Hard Up Poland is all about, which is showcasing fascinating people having fascinating lives. I really, really like what Agata said there about leaving a corporate job. Just do it. Just get on and do it. Face your fears. Go through the pain. Push through. That's what Poles are all about. We are just such an entrepreneurial people. So Agata, thank you for joining us. And I'd like to maybe invite you back on in this show in a couple of years' time. Let's see how you're doing. Let's see how your mission is going. I suspect it's going to be going well.
Hopefully. Finger crossed.
Okay, so you can visit. We'll say goodbye to Agata now. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
I'll hide you now, Agata, and I will just summarize. Guys, we have well over 80, perhaps almost as many as 100 fascinating interviews with fascinating people leading fascinating lives on The First News. The First News is all about original pieces. Got a huge team of journalists writing incredible work about the country of Poland, and it's all in English. So whether it's business, history, culture, art, sport, news, politics. If you're looking to find out about Poland, there really is only one place, which is the First News. Okay, I was pointing in the wrong direction, which is up there. You can go into thefirstnews.com and you can find the First News on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, you name it, it's there. So make sure you check out fascinating other interviews. I've talked to other Poles doing wonderful things. And the thing that always gets me about interviews like this is there's always a human story behind it. And I loved what Agata said there about the fact that, she still worries today. If you're someone young and you're thinking about being an entrepreneur, then know this: there will never be a day when you will feel comfortable with what you're doing. There will always be a day, every single day, where you'll question whether you're worthy of doing it, whether you're going to succeed. The key thing, and we've got this energy, this passion, this beautiful Polish passion from Agata there, is the key thing is that you just keep moving forward. You keep putting step after step. If the fundamentals are right, and clearly what Agata's doing is world-changing, game-changing, and very important, then everything else will follow. It's relevant. We've had some great comments here from Dorota. The content of this interview was very interesting. Greetings from both of you. Greetings to you, Dorota. Well, thank you very much for joining us on the Heart of Poland show. I look forward to seeing you again next week for another fascinating episode of Heart of Poland.